You're listening to Secret Sonics, a podcast exploring the creative side of music production. Hello and welcome back to Secret Sonics. I am your host, Ben Wallach. I am joined today in my studio with none other than DJ Raphi, aka Raphi Nathan. He is a good friend of mine. Like Max Daniels, who is also on the podcast, he is a member of our mastermind group, which maybe is still meeting. We're not sure. We discuss music businesses and all kinds of interesting things. And he's a hell of a DJ, a hell of a guy. And it's a pleasure to welcome him to the show. So welcome, DJ Raphi.
Ben, thank you so much for that awesome and warm welcoming.
Sure, man.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. So Raphi, tell us a bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, so I'm basically a DJ. I have an entertainment business that I run in Israel and abroad. We offer music and unique, I would say, extraordinary entertainment for private events or corporate events. We do big live shows, bands, live musicians, and we create music. Nice.
Amazing. So tell us about how you got started doing DJing and EDM production, all that whole biznatch.
So I think, it started when I was like a kid. I was 10 years old. I was in my class and, I was just looking around. All the kids were into sports and I wasn't into sports at all. But I did have like a thing for music. I loved watching, like music videos, and I loved dancing as a kid. And I was like, you know what? I want to be the cool guy in a band. And the cool guy was always the drummer, I thought, even though, it's you're the bass player. So he's also a very cool guy.
They're all cool. The bass player is the least cool in the traditional sense, like.
The drummer is like the drummer, man. I saw this
really?
guy. I was like looking at this.
You weren't interested in the guitar?
I did that much later, but back then, I think when I was 10, I was like, that's what like caught my eye. And I went for that. And then I started like understanding that I have this, talent for, I guess, music or drumming. And I realized that this is what I want to do. And I put all my time into that. I would do homework and then straight up 5 hours of drumming.
Were you taking lessons at the time?
I was taking lessons. They were very expensive back at the time, so it wasn't affordable for my folks. But with time, I was practicing, just drumming on on tables. I was beatboxing to remember all the different rhythms that I had.
Paradiddle. Paradiddle.
Right. So,
yeah.
And that's how I actually got into beatboxing from the drumming. Beatboxing introduced me into breakdancing, and breakdancing introduced me into DJing. And
wow.
That's like a whole, that wasn't like in
through
one
a bunch
day.
Of back doors.
Yeah, that was like when I was like 16, 17, 18. And I got into that quite seriously. And yeah, here I am today.
Wow. Did you have a aha moment as a kid or at any point where you're like, I need to be doing this for like the rest of my life?
So, yeah, I think
this meaning music.
Right. Well, again, it goes back, everything goes back to when I was a kid. It's just so interesting that I look back and I'm like, it's so clear to me that I made those decisions when I was 12. Wow. I made my decisions when I was young. I was 12 years old. It was the first time that I got onto a stage to perform in front of the entire school and all the parents that came to to this big show that we had at school or something. And they got me a drum set and they put it on stage and they were like, go crazy. And I started drumming and I did my solo and I got off stage and then everyone came up to me and they were complimenting me. Like I hadn't got any compliments until then from anyone. And I was like, well, this feels really good. Like This was really nice having people come up to me and say good things about me. I don't have that often. I think I made people happy and that's why they're doing it. I should keep on doing this. And then I got into, it's all about making people happy. And that's what I do with my business and with my music.
Wow. Tell us a bit more about what's involved in being a DJ these days. Like what do DJs do?
Well, I would say like the majority of DJs, mix music. I would even say some create their own music, and do parties, weddings.
When you say mix, you mean like remix?
Not only that, it's again we got to divide. There's a DJ and then there's a producer. So
right.
You'll find a lot of DJs that do both. But DJ per se is a person that he is the disc jockey. He would arrive at an arena, party, event, wedding, whatever, how you say, and then he would basically run the music of that event. He would decide which song would come next. He would mix between the songs, making it slick and smooth that you wouldn't even realize the transition. He would play around with the rhythms. And sometimes he would also MC the event, to hype up the people.
Yeah.
Which is not exactly what I do.
Okay.
That's like the interesting part. We are interactive DJs. So my company, like that's what we do. And myself, I'm an interactive DJ.
Okay. What's an interactive DJ?
I was like, should ask
You're like
about
cueing me this. Come on, Ben, ask me the question.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries, man.
Like the interactive DJ. It's your turn, man. Your turn.
Okay. So what is an interactive DJ?
All right. So an interactive DJ, basically, it's a DJ that interacts with the crowd. So what does that even mean? And I'm going to go back again when I was a tiny bit younger. My first like DJ gig, I was doing a bat mitzvah, which is, when a Jewish girl celebrates her 12th birthday and she becomes a woman. So I did an event, and the crowd, there were like 200 people in the crowd. I put on a song, everyone was dancing, and then they just, they didn't stop dancing, but they were kind of lame and just not moving as much. And I was a professional dancer, and I was like, wait, why aren't they dancing? Why don't I just go into the crowd and get them going? And that's exactly what I did. I went to the crowd, started dancing with them. And then I just did that a few times during that same event. And then I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to be doing. And people were expecting this. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do.
Built up a reputation of being the guy that goes into the crowd and starts breakdancing.
You're the crazy guy that goes into the crowd and dances. So that's what I've been doing until now. And we've just expanded, and we've taken DJs that are talented with dance. And now that's what we do. We basically interact with the crowd. We get them going. It's like, I don't know if you've seen Tomorrowland festivals. It's like a huge EDM DJ festival.
Okay.
Biggest in the world. And sometimes the DJs, interact with the crowd. They'll take their hands, they'll put them up, goes from side to side, and you'll get a crowd of, 50,000 people doing what the DJ is doing. And it's quite incredible to see. So we do that on a smaller scale. But also our dances are a bit more advanced and, I would say difficult to do.
Yeah, and I've seen that you also post videos of like you've made these videos of how to dance to a certain song, and then you'll pop that on the projector at this event, and you'll show people how to do a dance with like this crazy video also in the background, and like really gets people involved. You want to discuss how that came about?
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, I believe that everyone could dance potentially. If they're up for that. It's very difficult to come out of the comfort zone. Like if I
even people that can't sing, like not everybody can sing. Some people
Correct.
are tone deaf.
Like Ben Wallach, like if I were to ask you now, come dance with me, like just follow my lead, you'd probably be like, you know what? I don't know. There's people around. I'm not sure if I want to do that.
I would probably do it. I don't mind.
There goes that interview. So
okay, fine. So like hypothetically, I'm like, I don't know. I'm embarrassed.
Right? And then I'd be like, don't worry, it's super easy. Just follow my lead, or just follow the screen. And then like you're following the screen is like a bit different, like than interacting with an actual human being. And I've realized that it actually works. People love watching a huge screen, having a guy out there that's just or a girl or a lady, whoever,
sure.
Doing movements, and then you follow them, and it just creates this, sense of I'm happy to step out of my comfort zone and give this a try, and I don't care what people think. It just suddenly happens.
It's like less embarrassing probably when it's not a real person. It's just a video that you're like following. It's like doing yoga in the living room with like an instructional yoga video.
Correct.
It's like, okay, whatever. I'm just here by myself in the living room. If the neighbors are looking in through the window, we probably look really weird, but
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be weird. I think that I had a school that was like, they invited me to come over, and they asked me, is there anything you can send us before to hype the kids up about you? And I said, yeah, sure. Send them, just show them this dance thing. And it created this whole buzz about me coming. And then when I arrived, they all knew the dance.
Wow.
So that was just a unique, experience. And I guess it works.
Amazing. So can you tell us a bit about how you prepare for a DJ set? Because, this podcast is mostly about music production and the creative process. So, like, what's the creative process for a DJ? Like, how do you get things prepared?
Well, I think, first of all, like, you got to be very up to date with music, with the up and current music, that it is played on radios, all over the world, not only in your country that you're going to be performing at or where you live. So it's very important, as I said, to be updated with everything.
How do you stay up to date?
So, Spotify is an amazing platform.
Yeah.
That I get to, listen to new music and watch what people are doing.
New Music Fridays, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Do you know what else I follow for music? You'll be surprised. And I don't know if I'm sure you've heard about this.
I have no idea I'm actually going to be surprised because I have no idea
Here
what you're about
guys.
to say.
No, seriously. This is where to find the up and upcoming music. Are you ready? It's called TikTok.
Really?
Yes.
Actually?
Yeah. And not only do this, in my opinion, not only do the best songs or the most popular songs get onto TikTok, TikTok decides what the popular songs are. They will take a song that just came out and then everyone does videos on them and they're like, all right, this is the best video. Whoever doesn't know what TikTok is, it's basically a social media platform that you can do lip syncing and funny videos that just have a huge potential to go viral.
It's made by a Chinese company, right?
I think so. It used to be called Musically, and now it's called TikTok.
And that's how Old Town Road blew up, right? The biggest song of the year.
That and also Dance Monkey, same.
You're going to have to educate me on Dance Monkey.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance.
I don't know it.
Yeah, it was huge on TikTok. Huge.
Yeah, so you're going on TikTok to find out what's hip.
Sometimes, yeah. And also, we will get from our clients, if it's corporate or a wedding, we'll get, a nice playlist from them before and we'll kind of go through
requests.
that. Yes. And usually they wouldn't even, we have some sort of Google sheet, very well designed with all the different types of songs and genres and whatnot. And they would choose maybe 20 songs out of 1,000. But that's good enough for me to just, get
a vibe
of what they want. And then I guess I read the crowd, which is the
Do you let them
biggest part.
pick special songs that you've never done before?
Yes, of course. They have a column that they can fill in, I want this and this and this song.
What happens when they give you a song and you're just like, no one's going to dance to this song?
So there's two options. Option number one is find an amazing remix for that song. Number two, play it for them during reception or during, I don't know, when people are eating or chilling or smoozing time, not while people are dancing.
Nice.
Yeah, we have to make some calls as well. And also sometimes the songs are...
Sure. I mean, having been in the wedding business, I know it's very hard to, you talk to couples, really excited, this is my favorite song. Can you play this for the dance set? And, it's really? This song? And it's right. So you have to,
this
find a PC.
Slow song.
You have to find a PC way to navigate that, and, and figure out how to make them also happy, but not ruin the flow of the event.
Correct. And I wanted to add that I think one of the most important jobs of a DJ or as a DJ is to know how to read the crowd.
Yeah.
So when you have the crowd, right there, you have to make fast decisions of what is the next song that's going to get them going. Mm-hmm. Which is quite an essential key to become a good DJ.
Amazing. So when you're picking out all these songs, what percentage of them are remixes, so they're made more dancey, or what percentage is the regular track?
I would say
That's a weird question.
No, it's not. It's not a weird question. I would say 70 to 80% are remixes, because people want to dance, and not even the best fun songs.
Even now that EDM is popular in pop music.
Right. I'm saying even songs that are very danceable.
Yeah.
Still, to keep up the flow of the event. Sometimes you have to play a remix. For example, the song Sugar by Maroon 5. Great song.
Great song.
The BPM there is quite low. I think it's very slow. I don't even know. Maybe 100. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
And you just played, I don't know. So Wake Me Up by Avicii, right? Which is 128. And then you want to play
That's
Sugar.
That's the sweet spot for EDM.
Yeah, again, it's this is just an example. It's quite an old song. R.I.P. Avicii, by the way.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah.
But basically, I want to play Sugar after the song because I feel that it's just appropriate. But I'm not going to go and cut the music down to 100 BPM. It's going to get everyone really this feeling of whoa, what just happened.
Once people are in a certain groove,
you can't slow it down. You can't go from and then You just can't. It's just like, well, I lost the rhythm. I'm out of it. I want to go get a drink. So instead, we just play a remix of Sugar that is on 128 BPM, and then you keep that smooth.
Wow, cool. I was just listening to a podcast last night about, but I've already mentioned this podcast a few times on the show, called Strong Songs, which I highly recommend everybody listen to, and maybe your audience doesn't